Okay. Luis Angel and Daniela, welcome. Thank you so much for being here in this online space. Remember that this is not an obligatory activity. This is not a mandatory activity. We are here voluntarily. We are here because we want to specify some of the instructions that we have already given in the course regarding the activities that we have to work on during this fourth and last unit of English That Works Level 4. So let me share here my screen. I'm gonna share with you my screen. I'll try to carry on the whole session in English. In case you have any question, feel free to raise your hand, interrupt, and ask. You can ask in English or in Spanish. All right, so I hope you're viewing my screen. Can you confirm you're viewing my screen, guys? Are you
No,
seeing?
sorry, I can see your screen.
All right, 1 second. Um, where is it? Perhaps here. Oh, here it is. Okay, now you must be seeing my screen. Yeah, I had clicked on the wrong button. Okay, so you are already familiarized with this process. You know that here you find the announcements, which contains information about the activities that you have to work on, study material, unit activity 4, etc. So I'm going to go straight and click on evidencias, which is the button where I'm going to, oh, sorry, I'm going to click here on contenido del curso, which is the button that will take me to proyecto, and then I'll click on activity 4, right? To access the activities that we have to work on during this last session, last unit. Activity 4, learning guide 4. So remember, as usual, you have here the learning guide with all the curricular information about the course, about the unit. This is an optional document that you might or might not see. Is not compulsory to check it. What is important and necessary and skippable to check is the material, right? The material is essential. It's vital to work on the activities that we have to develop during this week. So remember that this course contains two different alternatives for displaying the material. One is multimedia, right, which contains videos, audios, dynamic images that move, like this taxi that just was passing by, right, and this nice building we see here. And ideally this is the section we want to visit, right, because it's like a lot more dynamic. So you click here on introduction, and then um, you keep passing the slides, right? You keep passing the slides, and then you'll be exposed to the grammar and vocabulary components that make part of this unit, right? So you can see Jane. Well, I've been studying a lot. I finished, right, and they are lining the important the bullet points of this grammar section. Um, Once you have visited all the learning material, what you have to do is to go straight to evidences, right? Instructions. So the first activity that we have to work on during this session, this week, is my motivators, right? My motivators is an activity in which you have to include these words, right? Great motivators. For example, for this evidence, you have to organize them in order of importance from 1, the most important, to 10, the least important, and write a composition expressing how they have been part of your professional development. So, for example, recycle. Example, I feel variety is the most important factor in my motivation. I don't like doing repetitive things. In my current job, I have learned how to use Photoshop and how to market different products online. I'm becoming very good at it, and now I'm able to teach others. So, um, what these motivators that we have: challenge, competence, independence, interest, lifestyle, money, etc. What are the most relevant for you? right? For example, if for you relationships is the most important, so you put it here, right? In my case, I would put it here because, like, I personally consider that. Oh, sorry, I have to click here. Not really that edition. I personally believe that the most important motivation that we can have is to establish relationship with others. So that would be my number one, right? Number two would be, I don't know, perhaps I don't know, security, right? Then recognition, money, right? You like, if for you top one is money, that's fine. If for you top one is independence, that's fine too. And then you write a composition. You write up a composition in which you describe how these elements are important for your professional development, right? So for example, relationships. I think relationships are important because if you establish a good relationship with others, you're more likely to get jobs, to get opportunities, to have friends, to meet new people. So I think relationships are essential in the professional development of my personal case, right? If in your case is different, you can also like include the one that you consider the most relevant. But the important thing is that you have to write here a composition, 1 or 2 paragraphs in which you elaborate a little bit about what I'm telling you, and that's what you have to do. Um, Once you are done, you save this file, you come here to evidence my motivators, you click on ver evidencia, and then you attach it and send it. All right, that's what you have to do for the first activity. Evidence interactive activity applying for a job. You know that's sort of like that's an online activity that, like, it grades itself. Like, I don't have to grade it, I don't have to check it. So you have to follow the instructions, right, that it has here. It says Louis needs to apply for a job, but she hasn't filled out the application form. Help her to fill it out by clicking on the space and selecting the correct option to complete each statement using the material you have learned in this level. Take into account that you have only 2 chances to make a mistake. If you make more mistakes, Louis's form will not be ready for the job interview, right? That's what you have to do. So let's click next. Let's see how we can help Louis to fill out her form. There she is. Hello, Louis. Hi, Joanna. Look, I got my resume. Excellent. Let's fill out your application form. Okay. Oh, here it is. Gotta click here. Louis Clark, female, date of birth. So she, what? She for an hour. She works out for an hour. Did you say D? Right? City. What have you been doing since you arrived? See. Okay. How long been have you been living here? Right? That's what you have to do, and then you complete the rest of them, and then it will grade itself, right? It's very easy. Next activity we have to do, it's job interview. So we're gonna download this template. And imagine you're applying for a new job. Below, you'll find some common job interview questions. For this evidence, you have to record yourself while you answer them. So that's important, guys. You have to record yourself, right? That means you need to send an audio, all right? So what you have to do is to read these questions and answer them, all right? If you could start your career over again, what would you do differently? Well, I think I would probably study I think I would have studied a BA in English instead of social communication, perhaps. Or I don't know. I really don't know what I would have done if I had to start my whole career again. I think it's difficult to make decisions regarding something that it's unreal. But anyway, you can sort of make up the answers, right? Um, so that's what you have to do. It depends if you want to read the questions or not, right? You could either read the questions or you could go straight and read the answers that you're going to provide here. The important thing is that you have to send an audio, all right? An audio file for this activity. That's important. Enviar el archivo de audio. Eso es muy importante. Es lo más importante. My professional profile is another activity which is pretty interesting. As you can see, this whole universe is related to getting a job and stuff. So you are going to write a professional profile, right? By answering these questions, right? You write it here, and then you work on this other activity, right? Phrasal verbs: to go away, to look after, come back, to put on, to look for, etc. Right? Once you're done with the profile and with these phrasal verbs, you're gonna save the file, click here on Ver Evidencia, and send it. Finally, consolidation activity. You have to make a video, all right? You have to make, for example, right? So this guy right here is telling you what he thinks about first when it comes to get a job, right? So expressing point of view. What you're going to do is record a video expressing to what extent you agree or disagree with Dan Pink's view on motivation using the present perfect, phrasal verbs, and other functions practiced in this learning activity. So what you have to do is you watch this video, right? And then you record yourself, you record a video in which you say, okay, I strongly agree with what's his name, with Dan. I strongly agree with Dan's point of view. I think money it's important when it comes to get a job. I think the salary is the most important aspect. I don't care if I have to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What I care for it's money, because with money I can solve problems. All right, if that's your point of view, good. You just gotta record yourself in a video saying that, right? How long does the video have to last for? Let's say 20 seconds, 15 seconds, the amount of time that you need to express your opinion. Okay, so you record a video, right? And what else you have to do? You record a video, and that's what you have to do. That's all you have to do. You can write up the script here, right? What's the script? The script are the words you used to say in the video, right? The script. El libreto, el guión. Okay, dear students, that's pretty much everything I can tell you about the last learning activity that we have, which contains 1, 2, 3, 4 activities, 4 tasks that you have to work on for evidences. So that's pretty much all I have to tell you. So tell me if you have any questions, please. Do you have any question, Daniela or Luis?
No, sir.
All right, good. Daniela, anything to say?
No, sir.
All right. All right, dear Luis Angel and Daniela, thank you so much for being here. This has been the end of the session 4 of English That Works, which goes over the last unit that we have to work on. Thank you very much for showing up. Thank you very much for joining this space. I hope you can have a successful end of the course, and I hope you can register in level 5 and continue this wonderful opportunity of learning English for free that Sena offers. All right. Thank you very much, Luis Angel. Thank you very much, Daniela Rincon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.